Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I realized I was in serious need of some more glove clips. So I started looking through different ones and ended up getting a half dozen of these. These are branded on Amazon as Richard Jov, or J-O-V, all one word, tool glove clips. And I was looking for something that seemed to be a strong plastic. Most of the complaints were about these cheesy little carabiners not working. Well, duh. But I was after the clip part, and I was doing some spring cleaning and realized I really have to get my gloves organized. Now, why do I have so many? Well, it seems apparently to be the natural Christmas gift for me is gloves. So I always keep getting more and more gloves. I've got these all over the place too. I'll have sets rolled up with different places in the car with certain tools, tool kits, tool boxes, with jacks, just lots of places. Doesn't mean they're the same glove though when I kind of get them together, but what I realized is I have to somehow organize this because, like, here's 3 different pairs, 4 pairs, 5 pairs, 6 pairs, 7. I haven't got to 7 individuals. I haven't got to a pair yet. There's 8, 9, 10, 11. Here's a pair, but I've clipped it. I thought I saw one of these in here somewhere. Did I? Nope. Another one. Nope. Or is that a pair? That's another one. Here's a pair. Anyway, so I started looking around, and I wanted a couple of features. One, it's got to be a solid enough design, and I could see plenty of pictures on the site that sold these, or the Amazon ad. Some of them you couldn't really tell. Some of them the people were saying they're breaking right away. This looked stout enough. I didn't care about the hardware. I can deal with that. But I also wanted two things. One is it has to hold the gloves tight enough that I'm not too worried about them falling off. As far as, you know, if it was connected to the outside of a tool bag or something. But I also wanted the ability, some of them I noticed had really stout teeth, and that can be good, it can also be bad. I'll just grab these 2 for instance. There are times I may want to be able, like say working with a chainsaw, I may hook these up, but I also want to be able to just yank them free. I may have oil on my hands or whatever, they're cold, and I just want to be able to pull them off. And some of them look like they had teeth that were so tight, maybe that's how people were breaking them. I did notice on certain gloves, like these Cryptex here, certain ones, I might be able to grab it here, and it's probably going to rip the glove. But if I grab it somewhere else, I might be able to, maybe with this part right here, I might be able to actually have it so it can pop free. Some of them, obviously, if you hook up to a loop, it's going to be a lot tighter than if you hook up to an edge. The thin ones here really snap, or with the less of the seam around there, those can come off a little bit easier. But if you hook it to loops, not necessarily those loops, maybe these big Cryptek loops, I can do it here. Those are probably not coming off. That's probably going to break this. So if I want to secure it super tight, that's a way I could do it. Anyway, they're fairly reasonably priced, and I got, of course, the green ones to match some other green tools. There were 6 pieces here, and I think these were a little over $8. You can buy them in larger sets. I didn't want to till I had some I could try, and these seem to be plenty good for my use. Haven't had them a long time, but I've had them long enough to realize that, unless they're laying out in UV or, sub-zero or something, they're probably not going to break easily. But this hardware, really, I'd rather get more clips and less hardware, because, some of these aren't even that great. Plus, they sent an extra one. It's kind of interesting. So whoever's counting the stuff missed or added one. But anyway, there they are. If your gloves are as messy as mine, and this is just a short walk around the homestead, grabbing different pairs of gloves, in range bags, and these are, more the work gloves. They don't even get into the cold weather gloves, ski gloves, everything else. Probably won't use them for those, but I do need to organize these things because I'm finding them. Occasionally the dog gets a hold of one. Maybe that's why I've got so many single ones. Oh, here's another thing I could show you. This is one way I used to do things. This is a gimlock. Gimlocks are actually, they're like little carabiners, but they're designed to break. I believe this one's about 80 pounds, so if I really yanked on it, I'd probably rip my glove first. But it also has a little plunger here, which would allow it to pop free. So it's like a nice little clip. Of course, I could use a carabiner as well, which is what I usually use, and I've got plenty of those. Here's an example. And those are always great, and definitely get one that does not have the hook on the edge. Let me grab one that does. Here's an example. A lot of people use these little like S-beaners from Night Eyes. The problem, of course, with those is once you've hooked it on and then you try to unhook it, it's not a big deal with these, but you see that little hook can catch on it. These are fairly smooth. Let me get a better example here. Here's one. I often will get the small little carabiners. That's got a big hook. It's a full size, or full, it's a Metolius. It's a full climbing rated carabiner. But again, when you're trying to unhook something, you see that, it just snags on it, you know, as you're trying to unhook that. Whereas these, you can just slide right out. So definitely get those. The problem is one of these might be $6 to $8 versus you get 6 of these. And some gloves don't have places to hook them. So you can't really use a carabiner. You got to have a clip. Anyway, if you've got a design or another solution for gloves, let me know, because obviously I've got a problem I need to fix here. And with that, Doc out.